I've got 7 new LEGO City vehicles to add to the LEGO City. Hey LEGO City fans, we've got a nice haul today of LEGO City vehicles that we're going to take a look at, get built and added to the LEGO City and hopefully make some great scenes with. Now some of these vehicles are more suited to future areas that I plan to add to the LEGO City, but hopefully they'll still look great in the LEGO City setting that we have now. So, starting things off with the smallest one, we have the red sports car. This is set number 60448, is 109 pieces and comes with 1 minifigure. I really love these small car sets that LEGO do, and I really wish they would make them more often because they're just great additions to the LEGO City. Now, let's get this set built so we can take a look at it. So the red sports car is finished and it looks really good. Obviously it's a really simple set, simple build of 109 pieces, but it just looks great. I really love the colour combination. That red and black is just really sleek. It comes with 1 minifigure. Again, he is very cool as well. He's got a really nice torso, he's got his shades, he's got a really good hairpiece, and he comes with a mobile phone accessory. And speaking of accessories, he also comes with some polish and also this little sponge piece because he obviously likes to keep his sports car really nice and clean. And who wouldn't? It's a lovely little sports car and he's going to want to keep that nice and clean. And the good thing about this car as well, it's got a boot at the back or a trunk for my American viewers, and that is where you can store his polish and his sponge, so when he's driving along, if he notices his windscreen gets a little bit too dirty, he can pull over and give that a nice clean. Now let's get this first car into the LEGO City. And I've actually got a really nice scene idea lined up already for it. And first things first, it is going to go in this space right here. And you're going to see what I'm going to do it in just a second. So obviously having a nice sports car like this, our minifigure has a bit of money and he's just been to the bank to deposit some of that money, and while he's come out he's noticed that his car isn't looking too clean, so he's got his polish and his sponge out of the boot and he's given it a little shine, but he's in for a nasty surprise. So if you don't know by now, in my city I really like small disasters, you know, mishaps happening, and that's what's happened here. This minifigure was just in the right place at the wrong time as this seagull was flying over and has made a mess on his nice clean sports car. I've changed his face there to a real shocked face because as you can see the seagull has just dropped all over his nice clean sports car, so he's going to have to dirty his sponge once again. You know, it's just a nice small funny scene that I like to add to my city sometimes, and just adds a lot of character, and I think that this one works really well. Next is the emergency ambulance. I've never actually had an ambulance in the LEGO City, so I'm really excited to see how this set looks. This is set number 60451, has 184 pieces and comes with 2 minifigures. I also just want to point out the size difference of these two sets for only 75 pieces. Pretty crazy really. So let's get this set built and then we'll take a look. So we finished the emergency ambulance, and again, another great LEGO City vehicle. It's got the opening doors on the side of the ambulance as well as the doors at the back that open up. In there we have a stretcher that you can put a patient on and then put them in the back of the ambulance. Comes with 2 minifigures, one being a paramedic and then the other is a patient who's obviously injured her wrist. She's been out skateboarding and for that they add a ramp as well. So back to the patient minifigure. She comes with a dual head. So there is the hurt face, spin it around. She also comes with a happy face, which is what she had before her accident. It's also got a new colour helmet with the hairpiece. I think that's a new piece and that looks really cool as well. Obviously it comes with a dark purple skateboard So on the ambulance, all of the printed pieces are in fact printed. There's no stickers. I think it's because these sets are aimed more at young children. These sets are a 5+, so one above the 4+. So there's going to be no stickers, and hence the reason why the instructions are so basic, where it's only asking you to get one piece, place it on, turn the page, two pieces, place them on, and it's got this thing in the book where it shows you two hands on every single page. I don't think that's quite necessary, but yeah, so the emergency ambulance is all done, and again, it's a great vehicle. I'm going to have a really good scene in the Lego City where obviously someone has had an accident and the paramedics have come along to help them out. I'm not sure where that's going to be yet, but we'll find out soon later in the video. So let's now add the ambulance to the Lego City. Where can this one go? So this ambulance is going to be in another little lay-by slot, similar to the sports car, but obviously it's going to be this one over here. And to start with, I'm going to need to take out the first aid kit from inside. There it is. I'm going to need that because the paramedic is going to be attending to someone. So we're literally just going to place the ambulance in that lay-by spot, have the back doors open, so that the paramedic can access the ambulance if they need anything more, or if they need to put the patient into the back of there. And then I'm literally just going to have the injured minifigure on the floor. They've fallen off of their skateboard and injured their wrist, as you can see by the bandage. And then I'll just have the paramedic next to them with the first aid kit, ready to administer some first aid. I'll even put the skateboard there for effect. Upside down, just half on the curb, half on the road. And yeah, that's that. So while this is a very simple scene, it's still very effective and adds a lot of character to the Lego City and looks really good. It fills out the road nicely and you can just see it from a distance. The ambulance looks really good actually, stands out a lot with all of the vehicles around it. I like that. So next up is the donut truck, and this set looks really cool. As you can see, 60452. It has, what was it? 196 pieces and comes with 2 minifigures. And also, I forgot to mention on the emergency ambulance, the rear of the truck comes off for some reason. I'm not quite sure why it does on this ambulance. Maybe it comes off to have some sort of paramedic station at the scene. And that is the case on the donut truck as well. As you can see here, the back end of it comes off, a bit like the burger truck from last year. That section came off on that as well. So it's got some positives to it. You can take it away and have your own little food stand somewhere in your Lego City. But I'm going to have this one as a vehicle somewhere in the Lego City. So let's get this built so we can take a look at it. So there we go, another vehicle done, the donut truck, and this one is definitely my favourite so far. It's got so many printed pieces that look really good. It's got the interior of the truck. It's not as detailed in there as I would have liked. I mean, where is he cooking his donuts? There are literally just 4 donuts in there. There is a small, tiny coffee machine, but other than that, not much detail in the back of the truck whatsoever. Like I showed you on the box, that does come off. So if you wanted to put that somewhere in your Lego City, you can. So the truck also has this awesome brick-built donut on the top that spins round. Really like that. And then the 2 minifigures. One of them is the donut worker. He has some cool printing on the front there with the donut and a dripping icing on the front. And then the other one is a police officer coming to get some donuts with a nice crisp $100 bill. She's going to get a lot of donuts with that. So yeah, another truck done. This one is really good. Looking forward to adding this to the Lego City and making a great scene with that too. And like I said, definitely my favourite one so far. So now it is time to add the donut truck into the Lego City. Now for this one, I'm thinking of adding it somewhere in the town square. And at first I thought maybe it could slot into this section right here, but I just think that's a little bit too tight. If you can see between that market stall and the truck, there's just not enough room really. So it's not going to go there. And then my other thought is if I move those two benches that are just in front of that small carousel, the truck could go there. And I thought that actually does look pretty good there. You can see it from the side when you're looking over, and it might work really well. So I'm going to move those benches, add this, and see how it looks. Okay, so I took out the benches and added the extra tiles that are needed. If I just place the truck there, I don't think that looks too bad. This could be a winner. I may have found my place. So I made a couple of adjustments with the studs so that I can even add the police officer minifigure that comes with that set still, and they can be ordering their donuts like so. And there you go, that's another of the Lego City vehicles added to the Lego City. The Lifeguard truck, this is 60453 with 214 pieces, 2 minifigures and a shark. Now this set is aimed at 6+, so hopefully the instruction booklet will be a bit more advanced, and I can also see that the pieces in this set are stickered. So we're done with the printed pieces. Once you get to 6, you can do stickers apparently. I wish you could tell that to Preston, he's 12 and I still have to do his stickers. But let's get this one built and take a look. So the Lifeguard rescue truck is complete, and I've got to say that this is probably one of my favourite Lego City vehicles that I've ever built. It is that good. I really enjoyed it. It's just a great build, great part usage. I really love these little crowbars that act as the cage for the back where you can store the Lifeguard's tools and stuff. You can get to that by, there's a door at the back of the truck that you can lower, which is brilliant. Out come the crate full of the tools. In there, there's some flippers, there's a first aid kit, some water. And you just take the lids off of those 2 crates and they are all in there. And like I said, that slides into the back of the truck, which is a very nice addition. And this truck has also got a brand new part, which is a sunroof piece. It's got a little window that you can lift up there. And I think that's really cool as well. So these vehicles now have sunroofs. There's a couple of surfboards on the top as well, for when he needs to go out rescuing on the sea. But oh yeah, just a brilliant truck. It's a great build, some great part usage like I said. On the truck as well as 2 buoyancy devices, so your minifigure can do their best Baywatch impression. So yeah, overall a really fantastic vehicle. And obviously I would love to put this in a beach area, because that's where it would be. You know, that's where you're going to find a Lifeguard protecting the ocean. But unfortunately I don't have that in my Lego City yet. It's something I do plan to add. So hopefully in the future when that's there, this will be pride and place in the beachfront. But until then, I'll have to find somewhere for it to go. Maybe outside the Lego City just until that happens, or just driving down the road. So we'll see when that comes to it. So it has 2 minifigures. There is obviously the Lifeguard. He's got a mobile phone for emergencies and also a megaphone to shout out to stop people messing around in the ocean and stuff. Then there is a Surfer Girl minifigure. She's got a lime green surfboard, a nice wetsuit with a logo on the back there. Was it dual head? Let's take the head. Yep, it was dual head. She's got a worried face on one side and just a little smirk on the other. So 2 really good minifigures in this set. And as well, we have a really cool light bluish grey shark, which is really cool, like I said. We'll now move on to the next Lego City vehicle, the off-road mountain truck. This is set number 60447 with 221 pieces and 1 minifigure. This set looks really cool. Let's get it built so we can take a look. Now finished the off-road mountain truck, and I know I keep saying this, but it is a really good Lego City vehicle. Now, the first 3 trucks that we built, they were aimed at 5+, whereas these latest 2 are 6+. And you can really see a difference, even though the age range is just at 1 year. The first 3 were very basic, the instructions were basic, the parts used were quite basic, whereas these 2, I would say, are a little more advanced. You know, they've got a few extra pieces, and you can definitely feel it when you're building these. So this off-road truck, it hasn't got any doors, there's no trunk, there's no door at the back where you can store anything in. All of the accessories for the truck are in the crates that are stored on top, and they are removable. In one of them we have a flashlight, a banana and some water, and then in the other one there is a first aid kit, a compass, binoculars and a spanner. So he's got all his accessories that he's going to use up in these crates that are going to keep him safe if he gets lost in the mountains, breakdowns, anything like that. He is definitely covered. And also on the front of the truck there is a winch, which I think is a really nice addition. There's no mechanic to it, you have to wind it back up. You pull it out and wind it back up yourself, which can be quite annoying. Let me speed this up. But the truck does have some function to it. Obviously, it being an off-road, the exhaust is on the side of the vehicle facing up, and if you just pull it to yourselves, it lifts the hood of the truck up where you can see, you know, a makeshift engine in there, and that's using one of those bonnet pieces with the sunroof accessory on there, but this time it's for the hood of the truck. That's a neat little addition. There's space in there for 2 minifigures, even though you only get 1. This minifigure's pretty cool. He's got a nice adventurer vest on there. He's got a compass in his pocket. He also comes with a map and camera for accessories. I'm not a fan of his face print. I don't really like those face prints, and it is not reversible whatsoever. So the off-road mountain truck is a really good Lego vehicle in my opinion. Not as good as the Lifeguard truck, but still going to look good in your Lego city. If you've got like a wooded area, it will go great in there. Now, let's move on to our final car vehicle. And that is... Oh, I'm running out of space on the side here. Let me move these vehicles down. And the next vehicle is the Holiday Camper Van. Now, this is 60454, and it has 385 pieces, coming with 2 minifigures and a little baby. Let's get this built so we can take a look. So this is the Holiday Camper Van, and I think this is the best camper van they've done. It's got a great interior. You can take off the roof and also open the door. In here we've got some bunk beds here, and then obviously there's a baby with the set. So there's a little cot for the baby to sleep in. This sliding door here is for the little toilet in there, and you can slide that away for privacy. There's also a door on the other side. That would be the minifigure's entry to the camper van, in and out there. Obviously there's a cooking area as well. There's a sink, space in the front for 2 minifigures. Definitely a great camper van. The colours are a bit retro on it, I reckon. The dark red, and also the printing. I find the printing on that would be kind of a very retro type truck if it had that printing. Usually they would just be white nowadays, I reckon, and very up to date. But yeah, very retro, and I like that. Also, you can open up the hood of the camper van and look at the engine in there. It's got a door on the side here where you can have your battery charge point, and also on the other side where you can hook up for water there as well, hot and cold. So a great camper van. Again, if you were to have a wooded area in your Lego city, this is going to look great in there. It's another area I don't have but do want to have, with space providing I can get the space for it. But again, that would look really good. You know, you're talking having the A-frame cabin there, the camper van pulled up, they've come up on holiday. It would look really good. So that's something I want to do. Accessory wise with the camper van, there's 2 chairs and a small little table, and also a brick-built fireplace where our minifigure here will be sat by serenading her husband with her guitar and a croissant for some reason. And the other minifigure is this guy here, and he's also carrying the baby in a sling. So yeah, really good camper van, which I like a lot. Also, again, it's got one of those new sunroof pieces on the top there. Really good. So I like this one a lot. And just a great lineup of Lego City vehicles, in my opinion. They're all really good. They all have their different attributes and qualities that they're going to bring to the Lego City. So looking forward to getting those in. I'm definitely out of room now. I'll just pop that there because the next set that we're building is the construction Excavator. Now this is 60420. It's 633 pieces and comes with 3 minifigures. I'm not going to do a little speed build of this. I'm going to get Preston to build this off camera while I work on the Lego City and these vehicles. Now you're probably wondering why I didn't add these 3 Lego City vehicles to the Lego City after building them like I did on the first 3. And that's because, like I said in the video, I don't have the relevant area that I would like to place these in, i.e. the beach for the Lifeguard truck and a camping forest area for the other 2. I do plan to have them in the future. I don't know when I'll be eventually getting around to doing those, but hopefully the beach will definitely be in the very near future. And for the camping area, I'm not too sure. That one's going to be very part heavy with all the trees and stuff. But it's 2 projects that I've wanted to do for a very long time and look forward to doing when I eventually get around to them. So for now, they're probably just going to go on the road like the normal cars just down the road like this. And let's just have a look at how they'll look if we just put them in place. There's the Lifeguard truck, which looks very good. I do love this one, really love that truck. And we'll place the mountain off-road truck just over here somewhere. And again, another great vehicle that looks fantastic. The camper, I'll just place it out there for now, and I may eventually take it out of the Lego City for the time being until I do have that area, like I said. So those are all of the vehicles in the Lego City. Hopefully Preston would have finished the digger by now. The excavator, sorry. So let's go back in and see how that is. So Preston has completed the construction excavator and it looks really good. And it's actually a really good size. I was quite worried that it was going to be a bit overbearing for the Lego City setting. But it does look, like I said, a good size and I'm really pleased with it. There is some movement to it as well. You can see that the excavator goes a full 360 degrees around, and then there's also movement on the digger arm. We've got the head there that goes back and forth. There's an elbow section of the digger that goes back and forth as well, and then at the base of the digger some more movement. Obviously you have to do it yourself. There's no Technic function to it, which is fine. It's on some track that moves around as well. But yeah, it looks like a really good set. There's a cab there for one of the construction minifigures. Speaking of minifigures, we do have 2 construction workers. They've got really good uniforms. I'm not sure if they're new to this set or not, but it's similar to, I mean, it's not similar, it's different to what's on the construction site, so that's good. And then we've got some sort of construction worker foreman. He's got the blueprints to what they're building, and what they're building looks like the ice cream shop, but they're a bit late because I already have that in the Lego City. Then there's a few extra bricks there that act as rubble that can go into the digger head that you can move around, which is pretty cool. And then there's also just a couple of barriers to stop any other minifigures getting into the construction area. So as for placement in my Lego City, I did have a plan of adding this to the construction site when it was in a much larger area and it had space around it. But since then I've moved it, and now the construction site is obviously surrounded by roads. So I haven't got a place for this digger to go now. So for now, I think I'm going to hold off on putting it in the Lego City until I come up with a new idea. So unfortunately, we have to wait for a placement of this in the Lego City. So that was my Lego City vehicles haul. I'd love to know which Lego City vehicle was your favourite. Let me know down in the comments. And thank you very much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.